Hello everybody, I'm back with another video for you today, and this time we've got something quite special. It is a deck that I theory crafted, and which you've probably, maybe seen at some point. I've definitely seen people trying to experiment with this particular combination of cards, but it is focused around, in theory, one of the strongest possible finishes you can pull off in one card plus a leader. And that is a Glace with Garrison, tutored with Dana, basically. And a Dana deck to support that idea, of course. Not running so many engines, though, as Dana typically does, so therefore probably not as vulnerable to a lot of removal and locks and all that stuff. But deck idea is very cool. In theory, you can get 28 points as your finisher in one card, which is obviously absolutely insane. You have Forv, you can Call of the Forest onto Forv, shuffle her into the deck, pull out a Glace at +3 strength, which then gets boosted an extra 3, and you can play Garrison on it the same turn, obviously, with Dana, allowing you to play 2 cards at the same time, effectively. So, if you have last say, if you're not running into tool removal, this finisher is just wildly powerful. So many points, potentially. You do have to get to round 3, though, and that is the tricky part, but the rest of the deck is there to facilitate that, potentially. We are running the typical kind of dwarf package with agitators, skirmishers, volunteers, and Sheldon, of course, which does make it a little bit harder to push the earlier rounds if you're playing, small agitators or whatever. But on the plus side, you're getting carryover and just pretty decent plays all around. We also have quite a bit of thinning with the Sentinels as well as the Volunteers, because you've got to try to get that Garrison so that you can pull off the Glace combo. If you don't have that in hand, then this combo won't really work. So you're really trying to find that, you're really trying to thin the deck out to get there, and it usually works quite well. The rest of the deck is, different types of units, different categories, elves, humans, whatnot, and beast, trap, etc. Just to enable the Dana tutor with a Glace and Forv. You can pull both of those as you're on 10, 10 provision unit being able to be pulled. And yeah, pretty much nothing more to say about it. You want to get to that round 3, preferably a short round 3 with that Glace finisher. Have it be unanswered, and you pretty much won't be losing any games with that. Tricky part is getting there, and you might be bled, as Dana decks often are, but that maybe is something you can use to your advantage. Anyway, let's jump into a game or two and see how this one plays. Alright, first opponent going to be a typical Dana. That should be pretty interesting, actually. We'll probably want to bleed, since the engine value can be pretty overwhelming in round 3 if we don't do that. Okay, as for mulligans, we could probably get rid of Skirmisher, but maybe Dragoon first. We would like to be able to set up the Brooklyn Sentinel. Maybe Skirmisher will help with that a little bit. Garrison, okay, we've got the combination of cards in hand. We can probably mulligan a Glace, honestly, as that's the cards that we want to pull out with Dana, so we can get rid of her. Garrison we can keep hold of, though, and Skirmisher probably safe to mulligan, I think. Forv in hand as well is one that we can get rid of, but we can also play it earlier on if we want to do that into, potentially Call of the Forest. Very, very possible. Okay, what do we want to start with? Probably Treant Boar, I think. It might get locked. That's kind of okay. Maybe Milva's an okay play to go with as well, but whatever. I'd like to answer engines if they play them early. What I love about this deck is people have, they have an idea of what the typical Dana deck consists of, and we're not playing necessarily all of the cards that they usually do, so you can maybe catch people out there who are trying to play around typical Dana cards, but instead you have this crazy Glace finisher, which can be very, very powerful. Okay, so that's an engine we can remove with this plus Sentinel, and we will do that. Important to thin the deck out, although we do have the combo already in hand. Still pretty nice to get those out the deck and avoid bricking later on. And Call of the Forest we can maybe use on a Dryad to pull out Moren or something. It feels a bit weird to not do that in, an early round rather than later on, but it's possible we can do that. Okay, Treant Boar can come back. I don't think we need to play Milva. We can probably save this for later, to be honest, since we've already played a couple of cards here. I think Circe's a pretty good one to go with. Be able to boost Sheldon and then get extra points on the Harmony, of course, if they don't pass. And we could buff that Sentinel up as well to avoid their Circe play, potentially, from happening. They have to play another card here, so hopefully we'll be able to get Agitator down as well onto Sheldon. Looks like they're gonna go for it themselves. So let's play Agitator now. And we can move the Treant Boar again, get the Harmony proc, beautiful stuff. And yeah, we don't want this a super long round 3, but you know, maybe we bleed a few cards into round 2, you know, just to make sure we're safe from the long round potential of Dana. We do have quite a lot of removal though. We have locks, especially quite a few of those. Again, a Glace in hand. We don't really want that, so we'll mulligan it away. It's a bit awkward having to mulligan your good cards. That's maybe one of the downsides of the deck, but okay, rest of the hand is not too bad here. And we probably do want to commit a little bit at least, I think. So one thing we can do is just play Fauve and tutor Moren. It's not that strong, but it is like an 8-point Moren play, which I guess is okay to lock up an engine or something. Doing that in round 3 is quite good. So I mean, we could just pass if we think our long round will win with that kind of massive finisher. And it's possible that it will, but I wouldn't necessarily want to bet on it, should we put it that way. So I think I'm going to play a few cards. I guess Milva's a good starter to go with. And if we can get out the Volunteers, then that would be nice. Just so we are able to maybe mulligan Fauve and get a bit of extra finisher value, should we want to go for that maybe. But okay, Skirmisher looks good on that. We're dealing with these little engines very nicely so far. And Volunteers will be a nice play if we're able to do that. But yeah, risking potentially, you know, losing a card, I guess, if they push ahead, but I think we'll be okay for now. Okay, again, another card we could deal with, that with Ciaran, or I kind of prefer even Fauve into Call of the Forest and Moren on that. Doesn't seem too bad. But it's also a pretty big commitment. We could just take a pass and say, you know what, I think my long round's better than yours. I don't know if that's the case though. May as well play Ciaran, I think. And then hopefully Volunteers. But who knows? Maybe even Sheldon. We can maybe even commit that. I don't know. The shorter the round, the better for us, because we've got this insane finisher. So if we're able to push a bit more, maybe we can play Fauve here as well, and then go for Barnabas. That could be quite good. But let's keep playing. We have Milva, so we're kind of getting engine value here. I'm not too worried about losing the card, I don't think. And we also have more hand buff due to Sursa, so our Sheldon is probably bigger than theirs. Oh, and they're going to go for the Fauve. Are they going for Dana or not? Nope, that's it's a bit of a risky play, it must be said, but I guess you don't usually have Gimpy Gerwin in this deck. Okay, I probably want to go with Crushing Trap. Maybe not, maybe Fauve first, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play Call of the Forest, let's pull out our good old Moren. Lock one of those Dryads, I think, as well. And we get to proc the Milva twice, which is quite a neat little thing. And then we can go Crush and Trap Barnabas, I reckon, as our last couple of plays here. Barnabas enabled, so if we can push that out, that will be really, really nice, I think. And Crush and Trap, I don't see why not. I guess Ida would be pretty painful, but, you know, it is what it is. Maybe we should Barnabas first, so they can't kill Ciaran. That would be kind of annoying, right? I guess Crushing Trap's fine, to be honest. It's probably not the end of the world. They might not think to kill this, and it might give me harmony value or something if they kill an elf, right? So maybe they won't kill it. If they don't, Barnabas is going to be more value. If they do, it's still a 10, you know, it's not a small amount of points. So I think we're probably okay. And there it is. Plus our Crushing Trap's going off for a reasonable amount of points. But maybe Barnabas first was correct, but then we kind of be committed into playing Sheldon, which we know wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. But either way, as long as we have last say alongside this Glace finisher, I think in a short round we're going to be super duper fine. So we've got quite a lot of their engines out at this point. And they're going for the Dana now as well, actually. Alright, that I guess will guarantee them the card. Potentially. Although we've still got Sheldon. So maybe not even. Maybe not even. I mean, yeah, we're probably okay actually, right? Because we've got the Crushing Trap for 8 points, and yeah, I think we just go Barnabas and we're probably fine. If we need to, we can also play Sheldon. And looks like they're just going to bow out, so didn't even need the combo there to win that one. Maybe they had bricks in hand or something. Fair enough. I wanted to pull off the Garrison finisher, but oh well. Let's go into another game and see if we can do that there. Okay, looks like our opponent's going to be Bran for the next game. See what we can do here. Once again, we've got to get rid of probably the Call of the Forest here. And apart from that, hand's pretty solid. We don't have Garrison, but I'm sure we can draw into it. Probably getting rid of Healer's fine. Pretty bad card. Do have a lot of potential bricks in this deck, but this hand's a very nice one for red coin. We can put a bit of value into Sheldon and whatnot. And might be worth just throwing out the combo. You know, without card advantage and hoping they don't have an answer for it. We can maybe do that in this particular game. I'm not sure Bran usually has a tool removal that they have for round 3 or whatever. I guess we'll find out. Brockvar Hunter going to be a pretty nice target for Panther if they don't boost it. Unfortunately, they are. We can go with Moren though to lock that up, and I think we will. Going to allow us to push a little bit harder here without those Hunter points that they otherwise get. Definitely want to play Agitator, you know, probably Volunteers and Sentinel if we can, to do the thinning and dig deeper into the deck. It's a little bit awkward having to mulligan away these golds, you know, to get the combo off. It's definitely not an ideal, and probably means the deck isn't, you know, isn't really that good. Could be better, should we say. But we'll see what we can do here. Probably playing the Skirmisher is going to be quite nice, because we can then set up the Broccolon Sentinel and the Volunteer at the same time. One of them will go off surely. And killing Coral will be a little bit of a bonus, I guess. They are pretty far ahead in points though. Might not be able to bleed a Bran, which, you know, isn't necessarily the end of the world. We're probably having a bit of a better long round with things like Crushing Trap and engines and whatnot, hopefully. Let's play this now then. If we play the Agitator, it'll almost certainly die, and then we kind of are getting locked out of the round a little bit. So I think this works quite well. We can then Sentinel it, and maybe take a pass after that. Probably won't want to. Probably want to push if we can, but we'll see. Going to be a Brockvar Hunter. Okay, I'm pretty damn tempted to Panther that. I think we'll go for it, just so, you know, those engines aren't getting value. Pretty important to deny those. They're kind of the only things you need to deal with in Bran in terms of, you know, getting long-term value for them. So it feels pretty good to get rid of. We're kind of lacking points a little bit, but Volunteers and the Sentinel are pretty fine to get rid of, or just Volunteers and Agitator, Sentinel, Agitator, whatever. Kind of any combination of those guys will be pretty good to throw out. And we're pretty far behind in points, but I think we can maintain a course for now and play a Broccolon Sentinel without too much worry. I do believe we'll be able to get ahead in a couple of cards. We might have to use a good card like Barnabas to do that, but let's keep him here in the round while we can, I guess. Why not? That again is a pretty, you know, low tempo play, so maybe that gives us a bit more room to even push further, although we have to do it in 2 at this point, so can't play Agitator, we can't really play very much. I think we just take the pass. Problem is we're now going to get bled probably round 2, which is definitely going to be a scary thing when we have maybe bad cards in our hand. And when we have a combo that we want to keep discreet. But we'll see how it goes. Call of the Forest ain't a good one, that's for sure. Get rid of it. And Skirmisher I'm not too happy about. Could be better. Let's get rid of it. Garrison's a good pickup. It means we can combo if we need to survive this round. And we can maybe get a card from that even if they push us too much. They might not even push a tool, but I would be surprised because Bran is typically going to be in trouble if they don't. Against Dana. Let's open with Milva. We could get Bernard. How scary is that? I guess it's kind of a bit of a not fun thing to deal with, right? so maybe we should worry about it. But kind of low chance of them having burner, right? I don't know, then again, maybe just Treant Boar is a safer move. It'll probably get removed though, is my worry. I think I'll just go for the mill though. If it dies, and it's very sad, but I think we have to play it to be safe. Otherwise things are going to get a bit hairy. We can see Aaron, these guys, but probably better to save him for Olaf, I think. That's the one threatening sort of lock target that we have to worry about. Gonna be Baran. And maybe Burner if we're unlucky. Could be coming. But you know, if they commit a lot of good resources and we're able to take the card, then that's probably how we win, honestly. Alright, this is a pretty good CR and target, so let's do it. They still get more points than us though, so we're a little bit far behind at the moment. Probably can't make it in one card unless we want to use Garrison, which we don't really. I guess we can take it right now with Barnabas, so that's nice. Should we need to do that. But they are going to keep pushing, meaning we can probably play Treant Boar. That sounds good to me. And also Jenga isn't available, so for them that is. So that's quite nice news. Barnabas at that point, not going to take it though, so I think we still have to do it. If not, we're falling too far behind. Maybe we just play Agitator and Volunteers to take the round or something. Can we even do that? I don't know. If it's possible, then yeah, maybe we'll go that route. Definitely Crushing Trap not going to be too useful against those fanatics. It might be a curse, you know, not having the Forv and whatnot to be bled. Normally they'd be trying to bleed that from you, but here we don't have it, so they're just trying to bleed in a Glace finisher, which is arguably the you know, the way we're going to get our points here, if we are planning on getting the points. So I'm guessing this is where they're wanting to pass now. We could go for the Garrison combo. It would represent, you know, a lot of points, 22 to be exact, right? Is that a good idea though? I don't think it really is. Playing Agitator feels so slow, but you know, I don't think we have much alternative. We'll just have to go a card or two down here, I think, and you know, be content with that if we can. They might even continue playing here, to be honest. Looks like that will be the case, but a bit of a lower tempo play, so that does give us a Skags to maybe get some breathing room here. Not sure if it will be enough, but we can definitely play it and hope to not die. Hope to not die. That's always important. Still going to have to play a couple of cards if they do take a pass, but hopefully our finish is big enough that, you know, the card disadvantage won't be that big of an issue. I think we will go with Volunteers and the Crushing Trap here. Probably the two weaker plays. Obviously we could take it with the Garrison and the Glace, but I don't think that's probably wise. That's kind of the main way we're going to get points, right? In round 3. So we'll go with this. A card down, but we still have our leader, which effectively is, you know, putting us on even cards in a way, right? We'll see if the combo can save us from this Baran. Could have used it in this round to maybe get card advantage at some point, but I kind of prefer going this route. Obviously, we're going to be in big trouble if they have a tool removal card to deal with our Glace. Speaking of a Glace, let's mulligan her. And the Hawker as well. Pretty okay hand, to be honest. Dragoon isn't great. Sursa might be kind of dead, but always a chance to hit a Skirmisher, I guess. We know it's not Shoop as well, that's pretty good news. And they've used stuff like Hjalmar and Olaf already, so there's not really that much left that's going to hurt us, I don't think, in a big way. We'll play Synthesis first. It could get, you know, kind of damaged and stuff by whatever, by annoying things. So hopefully that won't happen. Okay. That's pretty fine, I think. We've got Sursa now onto buffing Dragoon, which doesn't feel too bad at all. That'll give us a bit of extra little harmony value, which we definitely would like to see in this round. And Barnabas as well can get, you know, hopefully 10 points. Which ain't bad at all. It ain't bad. It ain't bad. And this 20-point combo is obviously really nice. So if they don't have an answer to it, we'll be in a pretty good spot, I imagine. I'm trying to think what else they'll have really at this stage. I guess Regis is one thing. That is for sure. We'll play our Dragoon now then. Probably just Barnabas for an 8. I guess if we want to be a little bit greedy, we can go for the Iglace. That might be better actually, because then we'll get an extra couple of points with Barnabas. Maybe we'll do that, yeah. I think we probably have to. I mean, playing an extra card later really won't make a big difference, I don't think. I think the 2 points is going to be maybe valuable, so let's go for the combo right now. If they don't have an answer to it, we're just completely winning. So we're going to go Fourth, of course, pull out Cool of the Forest, and pull out a Glace, and then throw that Garrison on, and it's like a huge amount of points, 28 points. Absolutely ridiculous. We'll see if they can deal with that. Oh my god, look how many points we have. 37. And a 10-point play at the end as well. Not even out of points yet. Obviously we get really hard shut down by tool removal because we don't have last say, but if it happens, doesn't it? I'm hoping they won't have it. That would feel quite nice if they didn't. Alright, let's play the good old Barnabas. They did discard Ulfadin, so that probably means they have Geralt, guys. Not gonna lie. So I think, unfortunately, we might be losing here. But it was a fun run, and at least we've showcased that you can get absolutely nutty Iglaces off, potentially. Yeah. The bleed is a bit painful versus Bran. Same with any Dana deck, I guess. But, you know. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they messed up or something. I don't know. I think it is a Geralt, though. Yeah, it's a Geralt. They're just BM roping or something. I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, spores. Okay, that is also a very efficient answer to our combo there. But hopefully that gives you an idea of what you can do with this deck. Although Bran is going to be a tricky one, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Definitely a fun deck to try. Not the strongest though, of course. A bit of a combo, but slightly memey, gimmicky deck, what have you. Anyway, thank you a lot for watching, everybody. Do subscribe, of course, for more Gwent videos as always. And I will see you next time.